Hi, I'm Troy Howard.
And I'm Kevin Botelho.
As our fourth and final year of attending East Providence High School comes to a close, we'd like to find out what East Providence High School really means to us.
And not only to us, but to you too.
What East Providence High School means to me. To me, East Providence High School is more than just a school, more than just a place to learn. It's a place where you can meet friends, grow, learn, become a better person. I know we aren't the wealthiest school, but we have a lot of heart and we have a strong sense of community.
What East Providence High School means to me is a sense of community, ambition, scholarly, leadership stuff. It's great. It's great.
What does East Providence High School mean to me? East Providence High School has a lot of meaning to me. Especially these seniors. I've watched them grow up since 6th grade, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. It means to me that I've watched kids show their pride, their spirit, their knowledge, their maturity. It has a special place in my heart, East Providence High School.
What does East Providence High School mean to me? To me, East Providence High School means diversity, athletics, friendship, lifelong relationship with people, and quality education, which I've developed since 9th grade.
What does East Providence High School mean to you?
East Providence High School, it's a place to, learn. It's a pretty good environment. Hang out with friends. The teachers are pretty good. It's a pretty good school.
East Providence High School mean to me? Well, that is a great question, I can tell you that, because it can be answered in tons of ways. So I'll start out with the basics, The first thing to talk about is, well, the main thing that makes East Providence High School shine, which is the community.
One of the other things that really makes East Providence High School special to me would have to be the community. Things like the bonfires, pep rallies, the breakfast, they've all been so great and have really gotten into the community together.
East Providence High School, of course, is largely about sports. As a person who's been on the school volleyball team for 3 years, I've traveled to a lot of other high schools to play in their games, and I haven't seen any school spirit or crowd as enthusiastic as ours at our home games with the Townies. And I think one of the most meaningful things about East Providence High School to me is, although we're not the wealthiest school or anything like that, we might have some mismatching color tiles or a missing ceiling panel here and there, the fading architecture does not represent a fading school body spirit or anything like that. In fact, we Townies succeed and get through it all the time, and that's something that you might not know if you didn't attend our school. In other words, the first impression of the appearance of the school does not really represent the personalities of the people that attend the school. Now, there's a lot of other smaller / advanced things about East Providence High School that really mean a lot to me. I'll name some of them. For example, the clubs. The fact that there's kind of like 3 different towns where students attend: Rumford, East Providence, and Riverside. Even though they're all East Providence, they still all come together and kind of have different atmospheres and stuff like that. Another thing to address is that East Providence High School, since I've been going there for 4 years, it's really like a place where I've grown up. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's just so amazing. 180 days a year for 4 years, going into the same place, it becomes like a second home. And I just think that's very amazing. Very great. And East Providence High School is very meaningful to me because it has given me, seriously, a lot of opportunities. It has given me the opportunities to get into a good college, which I'm going to, URI, and it's helped me develop a sense of what I want to pursue in life in terms of a subject, which I'm going to be majoring in marine biology. One of the other things I have to think about EPHS is the fact that it's given me a lot of opportunities to make some new friends, and a lot of these friendships that I have will probably last a lifetime. On top of that, it's also helped me learn how to work harder to get the things that I want and desire, and thus it has increased my work ethic for the future.
What East Providence High School means to me? Well, East Providence High School means a place as to where everyone can come together as a community.
So aside from all of that, East Providence High School has history. Most of us walk through the same hallways as our teachers and our family members. We are living legacies and should be proud of it. When we walk through those doors, we are creating memories and lifelong friendships. It's a place where everyone is friends with one another, whether it's fellow students, teachers, administrators, guidance counselors, or coaches. We are a big, interesting, loud, crazy, and happy family. So be proud of being a Townie. Other schools may be better at us at athletics and academics, and we may not be wealthy or have a good-looking interior or air conditioning, but we do have one thing that's better than all the rest. We have pride within ourselves, our family, our school, and our community, and that's what matters. And on a side note, I would like to know, why am I wearing a different shirt? Tinkleberg.
What does East Providence High School mean to you?
Mean to me, well, it's kind of means a lot, so it's kind of hard to answer in a short. I don't know if you look for a short answer, but when I think about East Providence High School, I think that it's a unique place. I think that it's unique in Rhode Island, being that I'm not from East Providence, and where I grew up in Warwick, there's actually 4 high schools. Cranston, I know there's 2. So the thing about East Providence, I think, is that one of the things is that everybody from East Providence that attends public public education goes through East Providence High School. And a lot of the teachers are from East Providence High School. A lot of the the administrators over the years have been from East Providence High School. So I think about it like a melting pot. It's a reflection of East Providence itself. I always say about East Providence students, or people, I live in Foster, so if I say East Providence, they don't, most people don't really visualize East Providence in a true sense. They live in Foster. But I always say that East Providence students, there's an edge here, but what I mean is that if you were to disrespect people, you shouldn't expect you're going to get respect in return. But if you treat people with respect, more times than not, you get respect back, and that becomes, I think, it's a reflection of the community. You know, when you go around, you drive through East Providence, you see families that, not just one generation, but very often you see multiple generations all living in the same house. Yeah. You know, you might have a Portuguese family where the grandparents live in one house, and perhaps the other children might live on the second floor, or maybe they built a house next door, or they live nearby. Cape Verdean families, you see a similar type of thing. Again, I don't need to generalize, but these are predominant. These are groups that make up a large percentage of East Providence. You know, Irish, to people different parts of the city. I think there's a strong sense of city here. You know, people even. I would say to someone, I'd say, oh, you know, where people would say I'm from Riverside, and then when I first got here, I'd say, isn't that East Providence? Other people would say, I'm from East Providence. Other people would say I'm from Rumford. You know, so, but they all come here, and I think that here I always try to motivate myself by thinking, what's the best thing I can do for those people, the people of East Providence. I mean, they're trusting that I'm doing the right thing. That we're all doing the right thing here for their loved ones. You know, in Parent Night, I always say, I'll say, who's your loved one? And I mean, that's who's here, people's loved ones. So I guess that's what East Providence High School means to me.
Thank you, Mr. Lurgio.
That's right.